The biggest challenges for those people who live in the Virunga forest is access to some of the most basic social services, like clean water, for instance, or school, basic education, or health facilities, clinics, for instance, and then roads. So farming or looking after livestock would be the everyday activity of a rural African child. DRC, although it is extremely poor, is one of potentially the richest country in Africa in terms of resources. And the war in that country, in DRC, are basically resource wars, conflict, minerals, that's what we say. This region, in African history, we call this region one of the most violent. That region, the border region, is always contested by militias, but the struggle in DRC is not just between rival militias and the government, but also armies from neighboring countries. International companies are also active. They are also involved in this struggle. And then rangers protecting the rainforest. So you have these multiple actors operating in that particular area, and the fact that he came from that region, you would expect that he probably had seen so much. So you cannot understand contemporary violence in DRC without understanding a legacy of violence from the period of colonialism or slavery in the last 200-300 years. So what you see in DRC today is a result partly of this colonial inheritance, but also because of contemporary failures of the African state, in this case the state in DRC. So the inability to provide security to its citizens is a major failure of the state in DRC.